Is this working? Hello. It was time for a break, so I took one. Saying hello today, Sunday, 16th of May. Keep it brief, it's just, how do I put it? It's been good, just living and doing things, and really have not felt compelled to make a video. I'm still aware of the connection with everyone, or maybe it's just in my head. But so I'm saying hello today. I'll show some records I bought, and just kind of cruising right now. But actually, no, I'm actually rather busy, actually. But on the business end, my album release is again delayed. This is all due to manufacturing and the demands of Record Store Day. Matt from FPE let me know, and I also know some other people who make records. Simon Joyner, do you know who he is? From Nebraska. He's a friend of mine. I was just hanging out with him at his record store yesterday talking about this stuff. And manufacturing is really slowed down because of the demands of Record Store Day. And the bigwigs always get pushed to the front because of the amount of money that the manufacturers will make. It's just a sad reality of the world, money talks. So right now, I'm not even going to talk about current events because it's just utter madness, and it's exactly what I expected. What's happening now in the world, particularly with the Middle East and stuff, it's exactly what I expected. It's very disappointing. So anyway, my album, it was supposed to be out in June, and now it looks like it's pushed back to July. Just as long as they keep that mother coming, okay? Picked up some records yesterday, not a lot. Oh, did I put it away already? No, okay, good. He had a birthday recently, and I was looking at his catalog and seeing what I needed to get, and I still need Talking Book. Everyone says you got to have Talking Book, and I do agree, but I hear Stevie Wonder's greatness throughout his catalog. Listen more closely, some of you people who are stuck on the big ones that everyone talks about. Music of My Mind, I finally got a copy, and a good look at this. Is in great shape. Stevie is absolutely one of the greatest living artists, and I really think that he is a one-man Beatle. A one-man Beatles. That much of an impact on music. Just think about it. I could write a thesis on it, actually. I could. It also means a lot to me that my friend Hank Red worked with Stevie for many, many years. Here's what, funny. I never owned this, and now it's just really mainly, I got it because it's like, well, for my collection. Herbie Hancock's sound system with his big hit. I never bought it. Is this big hit on here? No, but it's around that time. So these records I just basically ignored when they came out. They sound very dated. I listened to most of this yesterday, and it does sound really dated, and yet at the same time, because of what Herbie was doing, he was pushing things forward. And so kind of like Chick Corea and certain other artists, when I can pick up albums of theirs that I don't have cheaply, I'm grabbing all of them, including Stevie Wonder is another. Chick Corea, Stevie Wonder, Herbie Hancock. I'll get all their records eventually if I can. Here's an album I used to have, sold it, and in getting it back, I can see why. I'm glad to have it back in the collection, but I won't be playing it because this is sell-by date is over. High by Cabaret Voltaire. This was a documentation of a performance, not necessarily a very great performance. The cover is better than the record, than the sound. But again, I was able to get this for, I think, $10. That is a good price these days. This is a reissue, and so I'm glad that I didn't have to pay $70 for an original. But I've been wanting Albert Ayler, live at the Village Vanguard. Albert Ayler, and this semi-psychedelic cover art is appropriate. There is something transcendent and lethargic about Albert Ayler's playing and approach. He would play things that sound like church hymns that would go into complete wild, free improvisation. It sounds like the world is about to explode. Then he would play these deep, old melodies with so much feeling. Really glad to get this Albert Ayler. Fantastic. I didn't get this yesterday, but I got it not that long ago and had been looking for a copy of this Illusion, the second album by the original members of Renaissance. Jane Ralph, Keith Ralph from the Yardbirds' sister was the singer. This is really good. If you have the other one, Out of the Mist, this is even better. And what a beautiful cover, and it fits. The music is that good. Really good. Again, at Grapefruit, Simon's, and I forget is it Mike, your partner? Good store. The prices are good. I grabbed this for $5, and that's about what you want to pay for this these days. The Steve Howe album, his second solo album. I've had his first solo album forever. I never liked it, to be honest with you. I love what Yes did, and so it was it's been an appreciation of the total picture of what they do as opposed to what some of the individual members do. Chris Squire's Fish Out of Water solo album is excellent, but this is way better than the first one, and I had never heard this all the way through. This is pretty good, so I was glad to get that. And I bought one new album at Homer's. I went to Homer's as well. And they just reissued this Seefeel album, Succour. Originally came out in 1995. Dub ambient is a good way to describe a lot of what Seafield did. Their album Quique, or however you say it, that's their magnum opus. This doesn't even come close, but it's still very enjoyable. I love that color and the simplicity. Love that. Last album I picked up, and I got this from Grapefruit. Hey Simon, if you're watching, Marcos Valle, I don't know how you say his name. Very important Brazilian musician. He wrote Summer Samba, which was a huge hit in the '60s by Walter Wanderley. I mean, it was the epitome of whiteness, taking something and just completely taking all the soul out of it, so it tastes like crackers with no salt. It's the truth. This is really fantastic, and it's a Light in the Attic reissue, and they explain. I like the explanation of the cover and what he's doing on this album, because it's in Portuguese, but it's fairly political. It turns out he's, even the cover, him being underwater and looking like he's in distress. He's not looking like he's having a good time. That was his commentary on censorship, but in a very clever way. So, that's the latest. And, I just hope everybody's doing okay. You know, now that the mask mandate is lifting, everyone's in a rush to get back to normal, which I am being a little more cautious. You know, I'm still masking up in public. We just don't know. And folks who ridicule others as though they know, I just don't listen to them because they don't know either. They have their attitudes and their opinions, but they don't know. So, anyway, be well, people.